at this. How is it going, everybody? Boom, we're in. And we are here with our old buddy, Famous Mike. How's it going, Mike?
Hello, doing good.
Famous Mike, that's your new name. Mike's Adventure Sparks.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks to Daniel.
And look at this, we're twins.
I know. Check it out.
That is a cool
Take
hat.
a picture real quick of the setup.
Tell
Yes,
him you're talking to the internet. You haven't got time to talk to people right now.
I know. I have my no. Come back here and take a setup. I have my son taking a setup of my setup.
Oh, cool.
I know of all this. I don't know if you can get it real quick, but
There you
there's
go.
what we got going
Yeah,
on.
cool. What's your
I
son's
don't
name?
have the cool computer. That's Connor.
Hey, Connor.
He's in a lot of my videos.
Yeah, he's the one that was
Yes.
driving when you went to get Paco.
He is. He is. He's the one in the Suburban or driving, doing donuts with my truck
Right.
or,
Right.
yeah, or jumping the truck. He's like, hey, Dad, look at this.
I didn't know it could do that.
Yes.
Let me
Yes. Yes.
let's take a quick look in the chat and see who's here already. I think we had a few folks before we even started it. We're saying hi. I see Lori is here and Daniel is in here already, straight out of his live stream. And let's see. This is Pam made it, which is awesome. She said she had really good timing. Her hubby went out for wings with the boys, and she finished teaching a music lesson. So there is Paco. Hey, Paco. Although
There's
he can't hear
Paco.
me because you got an earpiece in, so, but that's okay.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And
Yeah.
Grizzly's here. I was enjoying Grizzly's live stream this week.
Yes,
It was really fun. And Geraldine is here. How you doing, Miss Geraldine? For the time that we got you, probably riding in the back of a bus or a taxi or a Uber. And Rhonda's here. Hey, Rhonda, good to see you. How's everything, ma'am? And hey, folks, we got a first timer, but not a first timer commenter. Cobus Cattails is a frequent commenter of ours, and she also reached out and filled out my form for free magnets and stickers. So I had a good time emailing back and forth with Cobus Cattails. Now, you're going to have to tell us if you want to be called Cobus or Cattails or a regular name. That is up to you. We will call you whatever you want to be. And look, in here is simply Debbie Sue saying hi to everybody, being the sweetie that she always is. And oh, who is this guy? Mike's Adventure N1U. Is that your other account or is that your?
That is. Yep. That is my
That's you
other
on your
account.
phone saying hi in the chat, right? And Granny's here.
That's well, I have my phone video because I do everything on my phone,
Mm-hmm.
and then my iPad is how I'm communicating on my second page.
That's good. So you can watch the chat
Yeah.
while we're talking and hanging out.
Exactly. Yes.
Granny says we're twinning. Paula does retirement.
Yeah.
Hello there. How are you doing, Mrs. Paula? I don't think I've seen you before. Haven't met you. It's very great to see you in here. CL is in the house, everybody, which is awesome. And Miss M96, good to see you here. Excellent. And my pop is here. Everybody say hi, Dad. And that's cool. So let's see. I think that's everybody. We can get caught up in the chat a little bit more, but I want to talk to Mike. So this is my night to hang out with Mike tonight. So for starters, I think most people already know your channel. If you guys don't know Mike's channel, of course, Mike's Adventure Sparks, and there will be a link in the description when the video is over and all that. But we get to just hang out and talk about whatever we want to talk about tonight. I was watching your video this week that you put out on the ice. As I said in my comments, it's got to be really weird to drive down the boat ramp into the water or onto the water on a big truck like that. That's got to be the weirdest feeling, man.
It is. It is definitely sketchy. Everything in your mind's telling you not to because it's water, and then you slowly go out there and you see other people out there, so
Yeah,
you
I
think it's
guess when you
okay.
see 8 or 10 trucks and tents and everything already set up, you
Yes.
realize, okay, I'm not the first one to drive out here, but boat ramps are
Right.
meant
So
to,
you think it's safe.
yeah, like you're so used to backing down a boat ramp and stopping just when you get your back wheels barely in the water, and here you are driving out onto it.
Correct.
That's got to be
Yep.
weird.
And then yes, and then you got to remember to keep your window open, just in
Just in
case.
case.
I mean, it's thick enough ice, but you never know. No ice is ever safe.
Right.
And I should probably start putting that in my video
You should.
just in case somebody tries it. I'd hate for somebody to think that it's safe to drive on ice just because we do it,
Right.
and something bad happens. So yeah, you definitely want to keep your window open or your door open. So if you do fall through,
Mm-hmm.
you can be able to jump out.
Right.
I don't take Paco with me because it's going to be, if it does go through or something goes bad, it's going to be hard enough just to save myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down here in Florida where I live, we're surrounded by these canals that have been dug out to drain the Everglades and everything. That's one of
Yes.
the things they always told us when I first moved here. If you're driving next to a canal, have a window open. If you go into a canal, because
Oh,
tons of people who've gone into canals and then the water pressure holds the door shut,
yes. Yep.
can't get it open.
That's what people don't understand.
Yeah, the having the window open, it allows all the water to come in, but then within like 10 seconds, the water's equalized the pressure. You can open the door and get out.
Correct. Yes. Correct. Yep.
But in that bracing cold, I
Yes.
can't imagine what that would feel like. It would like shock you. It'd be
Yep. Oh, yeah, for sure.
you got like a matter of a minute or two to get out of the water there. But
Yep. Correct.
but then when you get that auger out and you drill the holes in the ice, you get a real good indication of how thick it is,
Yes. Yes, you do.
right? And kind of
Yes.
like
And there's a
your
whole,
insurance.
right. And there's a whole chart you follow. 3 inches of ice is usually minimum for walking on. But I like it a little thicker than that because that ain't much.
Yeah,
And then it goes up from there. And drive a big truck like with the camper on mine, I usually like to have at least a foot of ice. So
but which is weird when you think
yes.
about only having this much ice. It doesn't seem right,
Yes.
but it's dispersed, right? Your weight is spread out.
Correct.
You know, only
It
a quarter of
is.
your
It
weight's on
is.
each tire, and then it's spread out.
Correct. And you don't want to park your vehicles too close to each other. If you're with company, you keep everything spread out.
Hmm.
So, yep.
And there's not really
Yeah.
any danger with the heat of the engine and underneath the truck and all that, right?
No, not at all. One of my videos, you can see I have a fire pit going.
Oh
And
yeah,
Miss
yeah,
Paula actually asked, how does it not melt?
right.
It's just, I guess, because the ice is so cold, it
Yeah,
just doesn't penetrate through.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ice is a really good
So
insulator, so you might be melting the
it
very
is.
surface millimeter and turning it into a sheet of water, but below that, it's just freezing right away, right?
Yes, it is. Yep. One of the big things you have to be careful for, though, is a lot of these lakes up here are spring fed. That spring fed is always bringing up warm water from the earth. So you got to really know where those springs are because the surface will still freeze, but it'll only be like an inch or two of ice.
Mm.
And that's where a lot of people fall in because it's deceiving because you think it's solid ice and it's not. So you really got to know your lake. And I usually try to follow where somebody else has already drove.
Oh yeah, that's a good
So,
idea.
yep,
Is
it
there
is.
maps? Is there published maps of the lake to tell you where those springs are?
Yes, yeah, yep, there is. Yep, yep. You can it's kind of like Onyx off-roading. They also have one for fishing, ice fishing,
Yeah.
and you can download that and it will show you where to stay away from. So,
Now you
yep.
live really, really close to the Mississippi River, and
Yes.
I only know
Yep.
that because I mailed you some stickers and magnets and all, and I saw how
Yes.
close you were to the Mississippi, but it's not the Mississippi that
Yeah.
I'm familiar with, right? Down here in the South,
No.
it's like a mile and a
Nope.
half wide. Your
Yeah, if
Mississippi is
yeah.
not wide.
No, it's not. You can walk across and it's not very deep either, so, yep.
Does it freeze as well for
Yeah.
driving on?
This part of the Mississippi where we're at does not freeze
Hmm.
because the nuclear plant that's up the road.
Uh huh.
But other parts it will freeze. But rivers, I would say rivers is a number one. Do not ever go on. The water is always moving,
Yeah.
and it will freeze. But because the water's moving underneath, it's not very solid ice, and a lot of people fall in because of the that danger. So
And if you fall
yeah,
in that,
that's one thing.
it's going to pull you along underneath. Then,
Exactly, and then you can't get back up
right?
because where you fall in, the current from the river is gonna push you down the river,
Yeah.
and then you won't be able to get back through the
They
ice,
won't find you
and
till
yeah,
next
that's
year.
not a correct. Yeah, that's not a good way to go. Yeah,
Let's take a peek
that's why
here
we
in
just
the
stay.
let's take a peek here in the chat and see if we're missing anything.
Yeah, yeah,
So
for sure.
Granny says, so where does Mike live? Mike is up in the Minneapolis area, as you can tell from his bravery, taking his video camera
Mhm.
out to the protests and walking around. But you were working in Minneapolis at that time, right? That's not necessarily where you
Yes,
live.
yep, unfortunately, the protests are only blocks away from where I work.
Yeah.
So,
Are you
yes.
still working there now?
Yep, still there.
And you're going to
Yep,
stay
yep.
there till that construction site's work's done, or is it permanent, that site?
Yeah, it's supposed to be another year
Okay.
of projects, so yes.
Okay, cool. But where you live
Yeah,
is more rural and it's
it
up a
is.
ways, right? And
Correct. Yep,
it's real pretty. I mean, that area looks like it's gorgeous, right?
it
I'm
is.
looking forward to when spring and summer come because I think your videos are going to kind of take
Oh,
a
yeah.
turn and you're going to be out in the truck a lot more, right?
Yeah, oh, for sure. Yep, and hopefully, if everything goes right, we'll have the boat, and we'll be traveling to different lakes, and
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Well, I know you don't want your channel to be like the protest channel. Let's go look at
Yeah,
protesters.
correct.
Like if you were to describe somebody your channel who'd never seen a single video at all, like what would you? Because Adventure Sparks can mean multiple things. I know you're an electrician, hence the sparks. But your
Yeah.
channel doesn't talk a lot about being an electrician, does it?
Nope, not at all, and that's because so when I started doing, like, fun things like I like to do, and then I would show some of my work too, because 'cause I'm an electrician. So I would show the solar fields, and I have a couple of videos of that. But shortly after that, that's when I got to know Rob, Maritimer,
Yeah.
and that's when he got to talking about niche, and I had never even knew what a niche was. I didn't even know, like, really
Right.
how YouTube really worked.
Right.
So I already had the name, and I just stuck with it.
I
So
like it. I like it.
yeah,
But it's really going to be more
yep,
like you want it to be centered more specifically around adventures and camping and
yep,
outdoors
yep, correct,
and
yep,
the
correct.
camper stuff.
At first, I was gonna try to throw electricity stuff in there too, but they're
Yeah.
saying not to mix the two, and it's hard enough to do one channel. I don't know how these people do two or three.
No.
It's like another full time job.
Yeah. I've got another
Yeah.
channel of mine that I'm really lax on putting videos out maybe once every 2-3 months that's on a whole different topic altogether. But I can't imagine running two of them full time. But like you said with the niche thing, like this is year 10 for this channel per se, but the first 9 years, I wasn't really focused on anything. I wasn't focused on a specific topic. I was just doing videos on whatever I felt like, most of the time riding on motorcycles and talking about random stuff all the time,
Yes.
and there was no real
Yeah.
focus. So I might got one guy might watch a video one week and I'm talking about Formula One racing while on a
Oh
motorcycle.
yeah.
And then the next week,
Yes.
I might have a video where I'm like talking about carpentry or pouring concrete, but I'm on a motorcycle. So like YouTube was always confused as to who is supposed to watch these videos and who are they supposed to show them to. And I didn't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, it wasn't
Yep.
until like this past year when I was like watching some how to grow YouTube videos, including Rob the Maritimer. I was like, I think I'm doing everything wrong. Every single thing you could do, I'm
Right.
doing it wrong.
Yes.
So I changed all that
Yep.
and really
Yes.
honed in on the
Yeah.
same thing, like the outdoorsy stuff.
Exactly. In some of my first videos, I also have motorcycle
Yeah.
and out there riding around and doing things with that. But yep,
hmm
exactly.
Well, motorcycles
Don't
are
mess it up,
cool.
buddy.
That's because motorcycles.
Yeah. Yes.
Let's see who else is in here. Miss Paula does. A lot of these guys here in the chat is them talking to each other. Rebounding with Cheryl says she saw your video of
And
you
that's
jumping
awesome.
in the truck. Yep. And it looks like Allie made it. That's good. Allie, we missed you on
That's
Daniel's
awesome.
video. We were watching DG Daniel at 6 o'clock tonight, and that was right up your
Yes.
alley with that guy Radar, which is
Yes.
I guess that's
And he kept mentioning her.
Granny's brother in name only, right? And they were talking about fishing and all. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time looking in the chat too much. Oh, Geraldine's in an Uber, not a taxi. Gotcha. Very good. Yeah, here's DG talking to Allie about Radar, and they were talking about her and fishing and all that stuff. Do you fish, Mike? Do you do ice fishing?
I do. Yes.
I see
Yeah.
you
I
do
just released
holes, but like I don't see a whole lot of video from you about that, right?
so this last video I just released, I got my auger finally kind of going.
Uh-huh.
Last year I didn't use the auger at all because here in Minnesota we had a really warm summer. and the ice was never really that thick to go out. At least I didn't think it was safe enough to go out. So last year we had a really warm winter, so I didn't get the ice auger out. So it's been sitting for 2 years,
Uh,
and so that when I got it started somewhat this year, that's why it was acting up and it didn't want to run right for me.
mm-hmm.
But that video there, I had the fishing pole and I was trying to catch fish, but I didn't catch anything. So we'll do it again. And I do a lot more fish in the springtime and summer.
Well, you and me both like that young kid Mav, and Mav's channel has a ton of ice
Yes.
fishing, right? And sometimes he does it
Yes.
like the super fancy fishing. What do you call the shack that's on the ice? Is it ice shack? What do you call those things?
Ice Castle.
Ice castle?
Yes.
Okay, well,
Yep.
some of
Yes.
his are like so high end fancy with tons of TVs
They
on the
are.
wall and the fish finders and the heated. Some of them even got little fireplaces and beds.
Oh
And
yeah. Yep.
gosh, man, it's amazing, but
Yeah,
everything
they're
I've learned
nicer than
about
most
ice fishing is
apartments.
from Mav's channel.
Yes. Yes. Yep.
Do you
Yeah.
have one of those ice things you can set up?
I have a tent. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I have a tent that you can set up. That way, if it's real windy out and cold, you can put the tent up and put your little buddy heater in there. Um, Before I started YouTube, though, I had all the fancy gear that which like depth finder, and show you the temperature of the water and show you like your lure and the fish.
Yeah.
But I worked out in the winter doing the solar fields, and I kind of got, I kind of got burned out being out in the cold all the time. So I sold all my fishing gear for ice fishing.
Uh huh.
But then the following season, I started YouTube, and I was like, hey, that'd be great content.
Right.
Let me try that again.
For sure.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
What about
So
snowmobiling?
I would love to, but once again, like last year and this year, we've got no snow.
Oh.
It's crazy how so it's kind of one of those things you can get a snowmobile, but you're not guaranteed to be able to use it. It snowed once up here so far this winter, and of course, everywhere their snowmobiles are out there.
Mm-hmm.
But they run it so much that they're kicking up dirt and rocks. I can't imagine it being that great for snowmobiles, and it hasn't snowed since. So yeah.
Pam here says people snowmobile up and down the river where she lives.
Oh,
That'd
nice.
be pretty cool.
I would not trust rivers.
Do you
Not
remember?
at all.
I think I talked about this a little while back. There was a place in Michigan that set up a hiking trail turned
Yes.
into a ice skating hiking trail.
Yes.
That
Yeah,
was
I've been
like
trying to
they
see where
smoothed it
that
out
is.
for ice
Yes.
skating on that. But
Yeah, that would be awesome to find.
the most recent video on Mav's channel, him and a buddy are snowmobiling to a place to ice fish, and I was
Oh, nice.
and I was thinking that was how much snow you guys had, but sometimes they'll take a long drive up into Canada and stuff, so you can't always
Yep, you
tell where
have
he's
to.
at.
Yep.
You know,
Right. Probably up north
yeah,
towards Canada. They get more snow, it seems like.
yeah.
Yes.
CL is remembering your video with the deer in it at the end.
Oh,
That
nice.
was the same one with the Sasquatch, right? Like you got to
Yes.
walk it
Yep, it
around.
was.
It was gonna
I've been
be
trying to
here's
get
my diesel
Sasquatch,
heater, and then
find
the
him.
diesel heater failed, so you did a walk
Yep.
around. That was a good idea.
Correct. Yep, correct. Yeah, I wasn't gonna let it ruin the day. So yep, I thought of your advice and go out walking. So yeah, and it turned out to be a pretty good video.
I thought it was great, but
Yeah.
what was the deal with
Yeah.
the Sasquatch?
Oh, so
Because you never
he's
explained it.
I'm at well, I want to add him to my channel. So he's gonna be appearing every once in
It's
a
like a
while.
recurring character.
Um, yeah, yeah, yep. So I thought I would just start showing him like in the background and bring him in slowly.
I like
But
that.
yeah, so
Start doing them in
stay
every
tuned.
one,
He may showing up more and more. Yeah.
and then maybe
So
like the first person to comment and say where they saw him, gets like a gold star or something.
yep. Yes. And it's so funny. There's a YouTuber that's called let's say the only Bigfoot, and he wears his mask
Oh,
or the Bigfoot thing, and he does his whole YouTube based on that. And so I started kind of tagging him into it, blaming him that I was like, "Hey, you keep showing up in my videos." So it's kind of a ongoing joke with us. So yeah, so he thinks it's pretty funny that I was showing and blaming him for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
CL has a good one.
Yep.
CL says it should be adventure sparks the imagination. Mike's adventure sparks the
Yes.
imagination.
Yes. Yes. It should be.
Allie likes the idea of a boat.
It's oh, for sure. I love anything that can be on the water. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I had a canoe, but it was just so small and I'm so big. I made outriggers with it. If you go back to my earlier videos, I have pictures of it, but I mean, I just love being on the water.
Yeah.
It don't matter what it is.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
youngest son, he's the only one who still lives here. And the other day he walks over to me and he goes, just like totally randomly, he just goes, "Yeah, so what if we bought canoes?"
Yeah.
I was
That'd
like,
be
"Yeah, what
awesome.
if? What if we bought
Yeah. Or
canoes?"
kayaks. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
we could go riding canoes around it. I was like, "Well, what if we got a bass boat? That'd be cool too."
That'd be, yeah. There you go.
You know,
There you go.
you can find
That
a
would,
used bass boat in a trailer pretty cheap down here.
oh, yeah. Same with up here.
Yeah,
So, yep. Same with up here.
would be good.
Just right now would is the time to buy them, or usually the time to buy them is right before winter because a lot of people don't want to store them
Yeah,
or pay the fees to store them, so you can get them cheap. But as soon as spring comes and that the water starts to thaw out, yeah, that's when the prices skyrocket. So,
it's
yeah,
exactly like motorcycles. Motorcycles are cheaper to buy right going into winter because people don't want to
yes,
deal with them. But when springtime comes, people get an itch to ride and they don't want to sell their bike.
yeah, for sure,
But
for sure.
that does not apply down here where I live. We we don't have we don't have a non-riding season, so and we don't have a non-boating season. So people you
I
can ride
know.
motorcycles year round. I was thinking about riding this Saturday, and people take boats out all year long. So the boat
Yeah,
prices and the
that's
motorcycle
awesome.
prices don't really change in Florida. You have to
Yeah,
have
that's awesome.
you got to have too cold of a weather for people to go out, and then they don't. Then they think about selling it. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure.
Our free version of Zoom here is telling me we've got about 5 minutes till they kick us off of our Zoom chat.
Oh, cool.
So,
There you go.
but I don't want to. I don't. If there's anything you want to
Yeah.
talk about, do you want to talk about like you got any
Yeah.
ideas for videos or anything else you want to talk about?
So I thought my channel was gonna be kind of dead through winter. I didn't think I was gonna have much to really do content on, but this ice fishing thing seems to be taking off, so that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I got Paco now, and I got my son's got some puppies that have been thrown in.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to show them every Wednesday night, but last night I went live last night to show the puppies off.
Yeah, I saw that.
I try to do that once a week.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I've been doing pretty good with this ice fishing, and I've been doing a little bit of camping at work, trying to save some money. But I wanted to when I thought about my YouTube page, I'm not really, one for lots of money and new things and new products and all this. So I kind of wanted to make a page to show people you don't need a lot of money to get out and go camping or just get out. You know, once you're able to buy like a tent, some cooking thing, utensil, sleeping bags, and I tell everybody go to Market Facebook. A lot of people try it one or two times and don't like it, and they will sell these things almost brand new, and they sell it, and you can get good deals, and you don't have to pay full price. Here in my town, and in my town small, we have a store called Play It Again, and it's where people don't like their like sporting goods stuff.
Yeah.
They'll go turn it in and you can go buy it used, and a lot of that has still brand new stickers on it. I can't believe it. And you're paying a fraction of the price. So almost everything I have is used. Just because, I'm trying to save money, trying to do it. And so yeah, so I want to kind of get my channel out there saying you don't have to be like some of these bigger YouTubes and thinking you have to have the newest and best thing. You can get out there with used stuff. All my ice fishing stuff was all used. The tents I have are all used, and you wouldn't even tell, and it all works just as good. So sometimes even better because you didn't pay full price for it, so you don't have to really baby it because you don't feel so bad for paying full price. Yeah.
There's one of those Play
So
It Again sports stores literally a quarter mile from my house.
oh,
I should go
nice,
in there and see if
nice.
there's any tents or anything like that in there. Because I
Yeah,
always thought
you'd
it
be
was just going to be
surprised
baseball,
how much
basketball
stuff.
stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, that's Yeah, the one that we have here has everything. Gardening stuff to whatever you can think of
Huh.
is in there. It's like, yeah, yep. It's a
Well,
nice little like little thrift store
I definitely think that a lot of people would be attracted and interested in videos about um, how you don't have to spend a fortune. Because man, if you go into
for
like an
sure.
REI or a Dick's Sporting Goods, a tent
Oh my
is like
gosh. Yeah. Them
nine
prices
hundred
scare
dollar
me.
tents and $600 jackets,
Yes.
and the stove
Yep.
is $300. And if
Oh
you
yeah.
make videos on, you don't have to spend that kind of money to have a good time in the
Correct.
woods. I would think that would be a great idea for a channel or a great series.
For sure. For sure.
What?
Yes.
Guess who's here? Come here. Come here. So stubborn. Man, she'll like beg to be picked up, and then when you go to pick her up, she
Oh.
walks away. And she walks away slow,
Yep.
like, I don't want anything to do with you. It's such a cat. Yeah, I was as you were talking about that, I was thinking, I wonder if there's something similar that I could do that's like a how to go out and have a good time and enjoy nature without having to spend a huge fortune, you know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, just include like thrift stores. You can, go to a thrift store,
Mhm.
find a used blanket,
Yeah.
throw out a blanket and maybe something to picnic basket or something.
Yeah.
Back when my wife and my family, kids were smaller, that's we couldn't afford much, so we would just get a picnic stuff, go to the park, let the kids play, and just chill there by the river at the park. And yeah, it's like you said, just getting outside, relieving the stress. Yeah, yep, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah,
Very cool.
yeah, definitely want to thank everybody that's here for sure. I would never, I mean, I'm almost to 750 people on my channel. I
Yeah.
never thought I'd get that big ever, and it's absolutely amazing. And there's a lot of people here in the channel. I don't think I'd be here without them for sharing my page and always being in the live streams. And so I greatly appreciate it.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it's amazing how like have you ever thought that many people would not only watch your videos and comment their thoughts on your videos, but click subscribe, which is a way of saying, I
Right.
want to see that again. I want to see more of that. And then you get to know
Yep.
them in these live streams and each other's live streams. It's like this whole community that I had no idea even existed is just sitting there waiting for us to take part in it and join it.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. And what's mind blowing, and I never thought of, is when I started YouTube, I had no clue the friendship and the people you would meet. So I was like, I just wanted to make videos and show people trying to have fun. But then all of a sudden, there's this whole other side of all these wonderful people out there. And I'm getting to meet people from Zealand, Australia, UK, and it's just mind boggling that you can do a live stream and talk to people all over the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for the
Yes.
past 9 years, I've met some really great people who I'm still friends with, and I expect I'll be friends with for a long time. And I met them through the channel.
Yes.
But I kind of like in my mind, I think I always thought that that was like a motorcycling connection, and I didn't
Oh
realize,
yeah.
it is, but it's also because they're bikers too. But it's like YouTube is the connection. That's how they saw me,
Yes.
and that's how they found me, and that's how I, started comments with them in comment sections, and then talked to them outside of it. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's good stuff,
For
man.
sure. It is definitely.
Well, Zoom says we got 1 minute left. Is there anything else you want to say before they cut us off about your channel?
No, I don't. Just thank you everybody for just watching my stuff. And yeah. And if I happen to stop in at a live stream and say hello, a lot of times I'm at work and I love listening. I'm not supposed to be really on my phone, but I'm allowed to have earpods. So I
Right.
may not always be participating, but I am listening. And
That's
I
the
love
thing.
supporting people's channels. So yeah, for sure.
And live
I know
streams,
how
like
hard it
you can
is
just
to.
listen to a live stream. It's almost like a podcast,
It is. Yes. Yep. For sure. It
unless
is.
they're like showing
Yeah.
something. But
So,
most of the time, we're just hanging out.
right. Yeah. It is.
Yeah. Well,
But
thank
yeah,
you. Listen,
for
man.
sure.
Thank you so much for coming on here. I really appreciate it. You were one of the
Yes. Thank
you
you.
were the second person to join as a member and get all the member behind the scenes videos and everything.
That's awesome.
You know,
Yeah.
I really
And
appreciate your friendship, and thank you for coming on here. And we'll definitely be talking to
I
each other
did
more.
get your magnets today.
Oh,
I
good.
got your magnets.
Awesome.
They're right behind my setup. I meant to have them right here in front of me
That's
to show
okay.
everybody.
That's
But the
totally cool.
magnets are awesome, and the stickers.
Good. Very cool. Throw them on your. Oh, there he went. I guess I can't tell him. I was gonna say throw him on your camper. He'll see me on the. He'll see me now. He'll go back and rejoin. So throw him on the camper so we can see him. So hey, look at this. I got my little live subscriber count. Who did I get that idea from, you guys? First one in the chat to say who I got that idea from wins a gold star. Let me get caught up on the chat here too as well. Granny's all over the place with her channel. I know the feeling, ma'am. Yeah, Daniel and Radar, that was a really cool live stream tonight, Daniel. And Radar can definitely hold his own when it comes to talking, like in a good way. He holds up his end of the conversation very well, you know. Dad says hi to John. It was cool, that guy. Yeah, that guy with the auger that was helping him with the ice. That was very cool. Hey, Kathleen, how you doing? Glad you came over to watch. Yeah, Mike is a cool guy, and any friend of Mike's is a friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's saying hi, Kathleen. I'm gonna get caught up on the chat here real quick. Movie grumpy old me had one of them ice castles first time I really saw one. That's funny. I have not seen Only Cody. Is that another YouTuber who does that kind of stuff, Perlman? I am not familiar with him. No. We'll let them ice fish, and you and I will be the cabin fire with a beverage. There you go. By the cabin pit. Exactly. And let's see what else. Hey, Paula. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Granny saw the Bigfoot guy in his video. His Sasquatch is gonna. That'd be great if it starts cropping up in his videos more often. That'll be hilarious, right? Miss M sees Bigfoot every day. That doesn't count, ma'am. That does not count. You got a Hobie kayak, a tandem one that you pedal, and it's set up for fishing. That's cool. The thing I don't like about kayaks is there's not a lot of space, not a lot of room to put anything in, and I don't know. I'd be thinking about tipping them over all the time with alligators in them. By the way, I said this to Daniel in his live stream, but got a fishing pole. If I don't crash it into the ceiling, you guys can tell me if this is any good. This is actually belongs to my son. He left it hanging in the garage for so long, I decided it's mine. It says Ugly Stick GX2. Is that any good? And I have no idea. Am I supposed to hold it this way or this way? Does the reel go on the bottom? The reel go on the top? I don't know anything about fishing. I think the reel goes on the bottom, right? Because I think I saw Allie with it under there. I gotta learn. I gotta watch some videos on how to do this stuff. I'll Google on YouTube, like I'll search how to fish and learn what the heck I'm doing there. But at least I got a fishing pole. There's lots of places here where you can get a kayak down into the bayous of the bay. Yeah, same here, CL. We're just surrounded by canals, but then the Everglades are literally the edge of the Everglades are a mile from my house, and there's 4 or 5 different places that I can get out there and walk into them. Just walk right out. You've seen most of those in my videos, you know. I did not. You are correct, Rhonda. I did not mention his poo poo video, but that, I would have thought that that would have been his biggest viral video of all time. Maybe it did. For all I know, I haven't gone back and looked at his toilet video, but it was funny. And Cheryl, you missed his little puppies live stream. You have to go back and watch those. They're like newborn puppies. They're like fit in your hand puppies. Super cute. Oh, hey, look who is here. It's Have Fun in Nature. Internet acting up, but here to show support. We appreciate you guys. That is awesome. Tiffany and Brian, right? Except I was calling him Brett for a while, but it ain't Brett. So I'm glad to see you guys here. That's awesome. Yeah. And everybody's saying hi to each other. 22 people watching, 13 thumbs up. Unacceptable. That's true. Where's all the thumbs up, everybody? I think we're up to 15 of them now. That's okay. Let's see here. Secondhand is a great way to go. Yeah, buying used stuff at the secondhand store or the thrift store. That's the way to go. Allie, you got one of those, what was it called? Play It Again. See, I always thought it was like just baseball gear and basketball stuff. I didn't realize it had outdoorsy stuff and things like that. So, but I'm always one for hitting up the thrift store, and I'm always one for hitting up the Army Navy store for cool stuff. That's a good place to find stuff. But yeah, the lifestyle, the camping lifestyle videos, and some of the bigger YouTubers, the hiking and camping YouTubers who, um, they got deals, they got sponsorship deals, right? So Cobus wants to know what the kitty cat's name is, and I bet as I scroll down through the chat, some of you probably already told her, but that is Suzuki, and Suzuki is 10 years old um, last month, and now she's wandered off somewhere else. So I don't know where she is, but Suzuki, I was thinking about getting my first motorcycle about 10 years ago, and I wanted a Suzuki motorcycle. So at the same time I got a kitten, I named it Suzuki. And then after that, I got the Suzuki motorcycle too. So I had a lot of keychains with my cat's name on it, which was pretty cool. She'll be back. Eventually, she'll get tired of hearing me talking in the other room, and she'll come wandering in. I'll pick her up and put her up on camera here. All your easels are from thrift. That makes sense. Hey, Nana, how you doing? I know you from Sally's channel. Very good to see you. You're terrible. How can you be terrible at thrifting? What? How can somebody be terrible at thrifting? The only way I can think of you can be terrible at thrifting is if you don't go, or maybe if you feel like every time you get there, something else is all gone already or something. But yeah, poor Suzuki. Right. Mrs. Spoiled. She's so poor. Exactly. Yeah, right. Nature's free. Yep. You can get out and get some vitamin N. Supplies, thrift stops, just go to the park for sure. Yep. And then Ali is using our emojis, which don't seem to come through correctly here. But I can see it says Rocket Red, countdown, liftoff, Rocket Red, countdown, liftoff, Rocket Red, countdown, liftoff. So I know what she was doing, but I can't see them. There's a Peruvian channel called Mismas Pero Viajeras, meaning broke but travelers or something like that. They got famous spending the minimum in their trips. Now they have money. That's funny. That's very funny. And I've also seen people have videos take off that say like going camping with the cheapest tent on Amazon. I was just on a whim looking and seeing what is the cheapest tent on Amazon, and it's pink. It's like hot pink, like Pepto Bismol pink. And I was thinking it'd be pretty funny to buy that. It's like $10, and to take it camping and see how it handles the rain and all in Florida here. It'd be pretty cool. Very inspiring how you both get outside and help people connect with nature. Well, that is definitely the goal. That is definitely what we're up to. I know I'm real far behind on the chat. I apologize, everybody. Yeah, Mike deserves his channel taken off and doing well. And you got the ice video in your watch later list. That's good. Yep. Good to see Mr. Ruddy in here hanging out, talking to my dad a lot. Tons of great ideas for gear. Never pay retail. Yeah, I know. Yep, let's just get scrolling here. I see all of your comments. I'm reading them. I'm not putting all of them on screen. This is the truth. I tell you what, some of the folks I met, on the motorcycle things back in the old days, I know that they're going to be friends forever, I'm glad you're having a good time, Miss M. That is good. Yeah, CL, every time we're on a live stream in the middle of the day, I always see you say, I'm working, but I'm listening. Yep. Yep. Thanks for dropping in. Have fun. I know you probably said that 15 minutes ago. I apologize. Hey, Deb and Mike are here, fresh back from their travels through Mexico and back into the States and their desert hikes. If you guys haven't seen the Trekking with Deb and Mike adventure videos, they go hiking on places that make me kind of nervous. I either think that they're about to step off the cliff and fall 500 feet down, or it seems like everywhere you go, I think that there must be a million rattlesnakes, which is, I know that's silly, but I always think there's rattlesnakes whenever I see any video out west, all the time. So, yeah, you guys got it. The live counter, I got that idea from Rob, and the first person I see on here is Rebounding with Cheryl, who said it. But this chat that I look at in Ecamm Live does not necessarily tell me the exact same order, but I think that's what it is. So I saw his little live, so I did exactly what he did. I just, put a floating overlay of the live counter up there. And when I went live tonight, I think it said 3328. So it's kind of cool. The funny thing about Rob's is when he first started, it was going down. which can happen. Somebody unsubscribes from you, or YouTube deletes a bot account, lose the subscriber. But that's good. Remember, that's good. You don't want subscribers who don't like your channel. The best thing that can happen to your channel is to lose a subscriber who wasn't watching videos anyway. Think of the message it sends to YouTube and its algorithm. If you make a video and YouTube says, man, their subscribers aren't even watching it, this must really be a bad video. Their subscribers don't even like it. So I only want subscribers. I only want subscribers who actually care about what I talk about on the channel, which is optimism and being positive and being an optimistic, outgoing, and well, even if you're introverted, you can be positive. But like, what about people subbing to each other on live streams to help each other out, right? Like, I was tuned into Oki's Eden the other day, right after he got monetized, and I think it's awesome that everybody supports each other, and I know it's awesome when everybody's talking to other YouTubers during their lives about their channels, which is great to have little side conversations going. Um, but like, is there any kind of detriment to people like just subscribing to help you, but then they don't ever watch your videos? Like, oh, I subscribed. I think I saw somebody in I think it was Edie in Oki's channel where they were saying, well, I left your live stream playing in the background even though I didn't get a chance to watch it. So I can't speak for anybody else. I want people subscribed to this channel who actually enjoy the optimistic message. I'm trying to encourage people, trying to lift people up so that you can put on one of my videos in the morning and it kickstarts your day, and you go into the world ready to attack life and get the most out of it. And I personally find that I get that from being in nature, which is why I make my videos out hiking and walking in the trails and visiting nature spaces and nature preserves, because that's what works for me. But even if you're not necessarily a naturey kind of person, I think that you can benefit from the optimism message that I try to spread. But, like, let's say you have a channel. What was the example Rob was using today? It was, or yesterday. Like, if you have a channel about something, let's say cooking, and your channel is all about cooking, but your live streams are all about, and here I am doing this, right? If your live streams are all about talking to other YouTubers about their channel and how do we grow our channel, and I'll support you and you support me and let's do all this, you're not talking about your niche, So that's why when I had Mike on the channel, I wanted to spend a little bit of time talking about his channel, but I didn't go into the typical how did you start it, why did you start it, what's your experience growing your channel, what do you do for merch. I wanted to talk about nature and getting outside and seeing the Mississippi River and camping and the ice stuff, right? Because I think it's important for us to talk to our core audience based on what our niche is or what the topic of our channel is. And I think it's important to acknowledge each other, especially as we support each other, because almost everybody in the chat here, I watch your channels because I'm interested in your content, and the things that you're saying are interesting to me. CL's painting videos appeal to me because I appreciate the artwork and I appreciate the work of putting together the art studio to build the art environment up. And Granny's videos is just full of homespun wisdom, and Debbie Sue's videos, they just make me feel warm inside. But I think if we run the risk of spending too much time on our live streams talking about the mechanics of our YouTube channel, we can confuse the YouTube brain. So I just want to encourage everybody, when you're doing your live streams, Lori's a good example of this. Lori goes into her live streams with a set list of things she wants to make points about that are completely tied to her Lori Soul Circle niche, right? And she's great at kind of staying on topic, and better than me, in fact, because here I am ranting about this whole topic. Anyway, that's that. But that's why I got that little subscriber thing. I stole the idea from Rob. So let's get caught up again on the chat. Okay, we saw them. Yeah, you guys got the idea that I got the idea from Rob. Excellent. Very cool. Let's get caught up. Everybody says Rob. I know. I see you all saying Rob. If I don't click your name and put your name on screen, it's okay. I still see it. Hi, Paula. Fun sledding. Excellent, Scott. 3331. What is that? What is that? I don't understand that. Everybody's saying hi. And Geraldine guessed Rob, and she's probably never even watched Rob in her life, but that's okay. Yeah, Radar can out-talk you, and that's saying a lot. I found him very entertaining and very knowledgeable. Learned about it. So okay, good. So that's a decent fishing pole. Good to know. All right, we will see. So I gotta make sure my son doesn't know I'm swiping and going fishing. He won't care. He won't mind. So okay, so the reel goes on the bottom. That's what I had a feeling. And it's not ugly. That's true. I agree. The reel goes down. The ugly stick is a good one. The GX2, you have one. Okay, cool. Awesome. But you probably got one of everything. Mike, you and Paco looked good up there. They sure did. Yep. Awesome. I was late, but had to catch. Great job. Cool. Congratulations on a fishing pole. That's a pretty good one to start with for sure. You could catch dinner. Yeah, that would be cool. I had forgot to remind people about your Amazon account. I wanted to share that, and that's how I got my hat. Okay, cool. Well, I'll tell you what, while we're on that topic, and that's why he had his hat because he bought it on Amazon, I will give you an Amazon affiliate status report. I have learned that two people have now bought something by clicking through my link and then buying something else that they actually wanted. And Lori told me that she did that. And I also learned when Mike bought that hat that I don't actually know to get notified about it as a successful referral until the item ships. So let's just real quick take a peek. I'm not gonna share the screen because it's just boring. But let me just real quick look and see if Amazon has updated itself to say that Lori's second item shipped. Nope, not yet. So Lori, whatever you bought from Amazon, when it ships, having gone through my affiliate link, I'll get credit for whatever you buy. So I'm still working on trying to get a third one. I need 3 within the first 90 days, and we're only about 30 days into it so far. My dad tried to do it, but I think that he already had items in his cart previously that he bought, and obviously didn't count that stuff. So hopefully one of you guys will be kind enough the next time you want to buy something on Amazon, when you're thinking about buying something on Amazon, remember me and go back over to my page, click on any of my videos, and then scroll down in the description to where I have all of my Amazon links for all the cool products that I use, like my hats and my hiking boots and stuff like that, my camping stove. If you click on any of those, it takes you to Amazon, and then you just disregard that item and then search for what you were going to search for anyway and put that in your shopping cart. And when you buy that on Amazon, having arrived at Amazon through my link, it doesn't cost you anything more. They don't raise your price at all, but that will be accredited to me as a referral, and they'll give me like 10 cents commission, which is no big deal. But what I really am hoping is to get my third locked in referral before the 90 days end. So I think we'll be able to work that out. And right now I need to do that trick we did last time where I feel a sneeze coming on, but it's not happening itself. So I have to do the fake, I just pretend to sneeze. You guys remember I told you about that? So I'm going to say, Hachoo! Hachoo! Then I pretended to sneeze, and then look at that. It makes it go away. It just disappears. I think it was Rhonda who was telling me the actual name for that. Was that you, Rhonda, who told me the real name for it? Something interrupting or something? I forget. Maybe it wasn't. I can't remember whichever one of you guys it was. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, is Brett here? Did I miss Brett? Wait a minute. Where's Brett? I don't see Brett. Let me do a little search on the. No, must be somebody else. I was thinking of Brett, the hi-fi guy, but I don't think that's who we were talking to. Okay, let's just get caught up on the chat, and then we can. I can definitely ask Bigfoot to fill in. I need to get Bigfoot as a guest on my video. That would be awesome. And you're listening while working. Very cool, Kathleen. Appreciate you. Everybody go check out Kathleen's place when you get a chance. I'm just scrolling here. I know everybody's got a million comments, but I don't want to get so far behind that I'm an hour behind on your comments there. Yep. I try very hard to go onto channels that I subscribe to and watch as much as I can, but I can't watch it all, that's for sure. And that's kind of the key. We can't watch it all, so we're going to watch the stuff that most appeals to us and most draws us in, and then YouTube will show us more like that. But more importantly, YouTube will see, hey, Scott likes this, and Scott likes this topic, and he watched it. So now I'm going to show that video to 10 other people who seem to watch the same video Scott does. So if you watch the videos you like and the topics you like, you're going to encourage YouTube to show that video to other people who like the same thing as you. I know it's hard to believe, but there's millions of people out there that like what you like. So if I watch that YouTuber Mav and I watch Vice Grip Garage bringing a 68 Chevy back from the dead, and I watch Mike's Adventure Sparks, YouTube is going to say, if I show Mike's Adventure Sparks to people who like auto repair and fishing and whatever else I said, those people are probably going to like Mike's Adventure Sparks. And then they're showing it to the right people. So that's what's important. We're trying to get YouTube to show it to the right people. So watch the stuff that you do like. That's really it. Yeah, there is a detriment to that. I have a friend with a movie channel, and he told us not to sub unless we actually like movies. Exactly. And Rob the Maritimer's told us that over and over and over. It doesn't do you any good to have subscribers who are not actually interested in what your channel is about. And I would encourage you also be able to say what your channel is about, like in one sentence. You're standing in line at the grocery store, and someone says, "Hey, you look familiar. Do you have a YouTube channel?" "Yeah, I do." "What's your channel about?" And you should be able to say with one sentence, "Oh, mine is about outdoorsy optimism and lifting people up and trying to boost people's optimistic nature by getting out into nature." I can say it in one sentence, right? So that's what you got to think. What is my channel about? What can I say my channel's about in one sentence? I bet everybody here could do that. I subscribe to the ones that I know will watch. I can't watch everything. Yeah, exactly. Same as Granny. I want to encourage everybody here to type in the comments one sentence that describes your channel. Say, I make videos about, or I want to, or however you want to phrase it. But one sentence. Don't make it a run-on sentence. Something that's going to be a short introductory. I make videos about cool outdoor nature scenes. I make videos about painting artistic pictures of the beach. I make videos about talking about my childhood growing up in the 50s. Whatever it is, type a one sentence description of your channel if you have a channel. Some of you guys don't have channels and you are off the hook on this one. Sometimes it doesn't stick. We play playlists in the background to help people. It's a good way to connect and support others. Yeah, I like that. And I also noticed Sally D doing the same thing. Sally started playing playlists of like her subscribers in the background, which is helpful, I think. And I've also seen that Allie starts her videos off with subscriber of the day and has a little picture of the subscriber of the day. So I think that's a good way to do it. That's a good way to help other people, but also connect with your own audience, right? Because you got to be thinking about your audience. Speaking of Sally, how my goodness, I say your name and then there you are. You got to think of who your audience is, and your videos and your live streams are to serve them and to help them and to lift them up. As much as it is fun for us to talk about YouTube and the way YouTube works, because it's our hobby and it's kind of our side business and it's sort of our life, I could talk all day about how YouTube works and mechanics of uploading and tags and all that junk. But my audience is here to be encouraged and to have their spirits lifted and hopefully to see outdoorsy South Florida Evergladesy type stuff. So for those of you who are joining late, yes, I stole Rob's idea to put my live subscriber count. I just thought it would be cute to be up there. I see it's gone a little bit down. I told you guys it was going to go up and down. Here we go. But there is nothing wrong with losing subscribers, as we've been talking about. Hey, Sally, you miss me? You guys are funny. You guys are buddies. I'm glad you think so. And I hope it's a good idea. I hope I'm not just full of bunk over here whistling Dixie. I enjoy putting out shorts, and there's nothing wrong with that, Miss M. There's nothing wrong with shorts. Shorts are great. You get a ton of views on shorts, man. Um, Tons and tons of people, because people are just swiping one video after another, and then they hang on your video and watch it, and boom, you got a view. It's just shorter. Sally, that's a good question. Are you back home from the hospital? The hospital. I went to go watch your live stream this morning after the fact. It was around, I don't know, 3 o'clock, something like that today. I went to go watch your live stream because I watch a lot of times. I watch your live stream later on in the day because I don't always get a chance to watch it at the crack of dawn. And I was very surprised to see you in a hospital gown in a hospital room. But you did say eventually in there that you're okay and you're just getting some stuff taken care of. So I wasn't too worried about you after you finally said you're okay and it's not anything bad. I'm not really into the algorithm. I mean, I look at it, but I just do what I do and try to enjoy it. If it happens to hit home with somebody, great. Yes, exactly. That's what you can do. But I bet, Granny, I bet you can think of how you would describe your channel and who your audience is. If you think about who do you think your typical audience is, you know? Sometimes we can't watch it all. So yeah, we talked about that already. I already said that. Yep. Granny, I love watching you and Anna. I have to live my life through you while it's 10 degrees here. Yep. Yeah, that was the number. Subscribe to your channel. Yep. Exactly. If I can do it off my phone, I was saying this to my wife yesterday. I am so impressed with people who run an entire channel from their phone. They shoot the video on the phone, which anybody does, but then editing the video, including cool splash screens on the beginning and all kinds of cool intro stuff, and then uploading it and putting up descriptions and putting in the tags and making a thumbnail and responding to comments. Doing all that on the phone is just mind-blowing to me. And I don't really think I could do it. So for those of you folks like Mike, who I think Daniel does a lot on his phone. You guys do it on your phone. I'm so impressed. You've already received your items, so you better have gotten notified. I didn't see an additional one, Lori. I did not. So I'll have to check it again maybe later tonight. I'll send you an email and let you know, or a text or something and let you know. But I did not see a second one. Only the first one that was from before. Maybe I emptied my cart. I just wanted the hat. Maybe. I don't know. But Mike's worked because it does tell me what the item is that got bought, but it doesn't tell me who it was. Like, it doesn't invade your privacy. But it says, you got a referral for someone buying a hat. And so I knew that Mike had bought a hat, and I think I got like 16 cents or something, as a commission. So I'll have to check it, Lori. Maybe it's just not going to come in until tomorrow, too, because I think you notified me about that today, and I have a feeling that this is the kind of thing that does processing overnight. It probably shows up in the reports. If you don't see it by the weekend, let me know. I ordered 3 times a week, so if anyone else is an affiliate, let me know. Awesome. Very cool. Aren't the stickers and magnet amazing? I got yours today also. Cool. Yeah. Just as a reminder, I had to order new stickers, which is a wonderful problem to have because I've mailed out everybody who had wanted some up until day before yesterday. And I have a whole drawer full of stamps waiting to go so I can mail more out. So I've ordered more stickers and they'll be here on the 11th. Today's the 4th. So I guess next Tuesday I should be getting my stickers and I'll send them in the mail to anybody who's requested new free stickers and free magnets. All you got to do is fill out the little Google form in my video description because I would love for you guys to have a little keepsake and a reminder. And I hope every time you look at it, you feel enlightened and encouraged and a little bit optimistic. Rhonda was here for the interview for sure. Might still be here. Cool. Okay, Heidi, that was you. All right. Pattern interrupt. That's it. When I think I'm going to sneeze and I make myself do a fake sneeze, that was you, Heidi. I'm sorry, I got it wrong. It's a pattern interrupt. It's so weird that works, isn't it? Thank you, Pam. I was wondering because she canceled her live stream just to be here. Aw, that's so sweet. And she is still here. We got to get all these schedules. I think I saw when Lori first put out her schedule that yours was at the same time as mine, and I felt bad. And I even played with the idea of moving it an hour later. But the problem is, I've got videos I've already made where I recorded where I told people to meet us here at 8 Eastern. And so all the videos, I probably got 50 videos that I've made in the past that people are still watching that tells them 8 o'clock. And I've got, I don't know, 4 or 5 videos that I recorded like in the past, whatever. And I say, and those are coming out in the future to say, meet you guys here. So I decided not to, but we gotta try and schedule ourselves so we're not interrupting each other's um, live streams. I just signed in and I hear you talking about the sneeze. That's perfect. Perfect timing. See? The thought interrupter. That's pretty funny. Just like when I said something about Sally and Sally showed up. It's like I say Beetlejuice and Beetlejuice shows up. Okay, good. Beetlejuice isn't here. Oh, and don't forget my new phrase that the new phrase that I coined that we got to see earlier today here. Okay, I'm back. Just in case that happens, if you know, there's oh, hold on, wait. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Everything's cool. All right, we're cool. So just so you know, I have a new phrase that we can all use, just like Sally's core tribe thing. Hashtag core tribe. We'll all use pulling a Daniel every time. Oh, hold on. Wait. Okay, this time I really do have something to show you. I got another one of these cool tripods. And the camera I'm talking to is currently on one of these tripods. But I ordered another one because this big gigantic arm that I have the microphone on is kind of annoying. But these things are awesome. These little magic arms, you just twist the handle that's here. And then this elbow arm extendo thing. Here we go. I'll put it where you can see it. It's so cool. It can go in like 18 million different directions. And then you just twist and tighten this one place. And it just completely locks down and freezes where you left it. They're super cool. So I got another one of those. So now I've got every time I have to go grab something, I will tell you that I'm pulling a Daniel. How do you like that, Daniel? I'm just playing with you. Daniel, I'm just giving you a hard time. You know I love you. But I enjoyed your live stream with Randall Radar's Bush Camp. Everybody be sure that you watch DG Outdoors channel because he's been doing some cool videos showing how lures work in the bathtub and stuff like that. So that's been pretty cool. Did we get the answer to that question, Sally? Are you back home? I don't know if we did. Kathleen's Place is awesome YouTube channel. I really enjoy her channel. A very sweet lady. Agreed, 100%. Absolutely. And I've been watching more of Oki's Eden recently, too. That's a new one I'm really starting to enjoy. All right, Sally, I posted my Basset picture today for you. I was hoping it would bring you a smile. That's cool. You guys are so nice to each other. Everybody's so sweet. Like, we don't have any like nasty trolls in here. And I've been thinking and playing with the idea of doing that dual stream thing where you do a regular wide video like this, and then like it also does a vertical video to people on their phones at the same time. But I know that it gets a lot of people who are scrolling by, and you can get more trolls that way, but I guess you also get more viewers. So I don't know. I'm thinking about doing that. We'll see. If we get a lot of weirdos coming in causing problems and stuff, we'll just stop it, right? You can't say what your channel's about. Not yet, but I want to fine tune what I'm doing. Great idea. You know, Pam, you're one of the people I was thinking about. You know, you talk about a few really good topics, but it might be hard to narrow down what it is about. But I think you're going to get there. I have a feeling you're going to figure out what you want to sort of hone in on. Miss M says, I make videos about mental health struggles. Mike says it's about fun outdoors. Yeah, I like it. My channel is about helping others rise above challenges. That's Rhonda, a treaty by Rhonda. Rise above challenges. Excellent. Mike says, Daniel could be playing with my lures in the bathtub. Sorry, that just cracks me up, and I absolutely love it, Daniel. That's what his channel could be about? I love how you do that. It is kind of cool though when he drags it across, and it was like the first time I was actually able to see like that the lure like kicks its way through the water because he's dragging it across the top of the bathtub. So it's kind of cool. You know, it's funny to say he's playing in the bathtub, but um, it was the first time I got a real mental picture of how a lure actually travels through the water. It's really cool. Makes it, you know, it makes it more obvious why a fish would be interested in that. I love how Allie does that. Is the sweetest. I'll never forget how she did that beach walk for me and well for everybody else. Yeah, on your live stream, Sally, you said I want to see the beach, and then she went down there on that cold, windy day. Yep, and a few outside videos as well. Excellent. I really like connecting to my audience with the sub of the day. Me too, Allie. I think that's really neat. Except I didn't notice when I was the sub of the day for like a week, and finally I got around to that video and saw it. Just like Sally put me up as the background video of her channel, and I didn't notice it for like, I don't know, 3 days or 4 days or something. That's my bad. My channel is about my retirement, fun, decluttering, fitness seeking. That's perfect. And it does fit with your name. Mrs. Paula does retirement. That's a very well said summary. My channel is about helping others rise above challenges and break through limiting beliefs and mindsets. That's very good to be you on purpose. Wow, I love that. I love that. Lori's the best. Yeah, Lori's channel is very, very inspiring. Yep. And Allie says she wears shorts too. Just kidding. I know what you mean. You do shorts too. I get it. She wears shorts. I make videos about my life experiences in order to encourage others. Perfect. That's perfect. Well said. Nice, short, concise statement. Miss M, there's a lot of great channels in here that would probably be happy to help you with questions. Oh, for sure. There you go, Rhonda. You have a plan, a goal, a theme, a tagline. You're a pro. She is. We're all pros. So I was in the hospital gown. I'm just dedicated. I just missed everybody, and I want to share my lovely view. Thanks whoever came for being supportive of me, and thank you for all your prayers. I like that you were able to see the sunrise just barely around the crack of the hospital, looking out the edge. You know, my channel is about Southern storytelling, faith-filled reflections, and everyday conversations shared from my porch swing, kitchen table, and mountain home. Perfect. I love it. That is so perfectly said, concise, and you just get a mental picture of it from that description. Perfect. Don't forget about your amazing artwork, Kathleen. Yes, Kathleen, your artwork is beautiful. Right, thanks. Exactly. Self-care and painting. Very good. And Mike says, hi, Debbie Sue. And Debbie Sue says, hi, Mike. I'm really enjoying your stories, and that short you made looks so cold but warmed my heart. Yep. Her stories are great. I love them. I've been thinking about updating my channel description. I share art for a few minutes of relaxation from a busy day. See, that's wonderful because it says what you do and why you're doing it. You're sharing your art and you're giving people a few minutes to relax and sort of unplug from their crazy busy day, which is kind of ironic because you listen to people's live streams while you're working and you get sort of relaxation from your busy day. That's pretty funny. My channel is to empower women to take themselves off the back burner and make themselves the priority in their own life. Wow, Heidi, you've got it perfectly said. Perfectly. Mastering Midlife with Heidi. Empower women to take themselves off the back burner. What a perfect statement. And make themselves the priority in their own life. Oh, look at Mike. He's so supportive of everyone. How sweet. Mike gets around to all the channels, and he has such a sweet dog named Paco as a sidekick now. Way to go, Mike. I'm glad your channel is growing. Me too. The only problem is he can't take Paco out on the ice. Poor Paco can't go out on the ice because he's afraid if the truck goes through, he wouldn't be able to save him, which makes sense. But it would be nice to have the puppy dog out there as your companion. My mom was in here. My parents were probably watching from the TV. Cool. That's great. You are a great interview. I'll tell you what, buddy. I'm really grateful for you coming on. You do it all on your phone too, Nana? Oh my gosh. I don't know how you guys are able to do that. I know it can be done. Obviously, you guys do an awesome job. And the cool thing is I never know that it's done all on your phone. I would never guess by watching your videos, that you're doing the entire production from your phone. It's amazing what you can do with a phone these days. Yeah, Miss M, this is a great community. We got some great people in here. That's the best thing about this community. The hashtag core tribe people, as Sally calls them, everybody's so friendly and loving in here and supportive. When I tell people in my videos that I want them to come and hang out at 8 o'clock Eastern, and I say it'll be the best time you have all week, I'm not lying. It really is. This is the best time I have all week, and I know it's the best time that a lot of you guys have, as well as when you spend time on your own live streams and in each other's live streams. Maybe someday I can get a laptop. Maybe. It looked like you had a laptop when you were talking to me today. You turned the camera around, but I guess maybe that was a tablet, Mike. If you wonder what those free stickers look like, there you go. Iced tea. Scott, I ordered dog treats, chicken stuff, vitamins, coffee, face cream. Okay, well, if I see those, I'll know it's from you. Very good. Yvonne is doing a wonderful job in the morning with positive affirmations. Absolutely. I completely agree. Thought about changing my life to another day. Well, that is up to you. I don't want to bump you from your spot, but I've been doing this spot now. This is 6 months and 1 week now without an interruption. So I guess I'm going to leave it here. It also works perfectly because my wife goes out and does stuff with the ladies at church on Wednesday night. So I got the house to myself, just me and the kitty cat. Where is she? She really is being stubborn tonight. So I got the house to myself on Wednesday nights. It's the perfect time for me to do this. Okay, this is where I was pulling a Daniel. So I'm glad you guys got a kick out of that. Yeah, I thought you would think that was funny, pulling a Daniel. I hope Daniel liked it. I seen that on your Amazon, looked interesting. Cool. Yeah, the little arm thing. It's really handy. You can clamp it onto anything. Pulling a Daniel. Did you get your 3 Amazon purchases? I purchased and I'm curious to know if it was registered. No, I did not. So far, the only one that's come through is the hat that Mike bought. But Lori bought some stuff, and maybe it'll show up in a day or two because it shows up. It says it only shows up when it's shipped, but then I have a feeling it actually processes and shows through on the list a day or two later. I can show you what that looks like. Let's take a peek here at the Amazon affiliates page. Where is it? Here it is. This is what the page looks like when you're waiting on your statistics. And so the gray bars here, the gray bars are how many people have clicked through your links to go look at Amazon. And the green ones are totally and actually an item shipped, something having shipped. And so I can see on this date, which was February 1, that was Mike's hat shipping to him on February 1. We're now on the 4th. But I'm thinking that on tomorrow, I'll hopefully see a couple more of you guys' items get shipped and show up in the account because I really only need 2 more to get a total of 3. So that's the plan. That's what we're hoping for. It'll happen. I'm not worried about it. I know that once I get 3 sales within 90 days, I'm permanently on the program, and then I don't have to worry about any limits or getting kicked off anymore, you know? Come here, you. Where are you? Where'd you go? Suzuki. It's getting late, everybody. I'm going to have to cut you loose pretty soon. I just want to get caught up. Was there anything else I wanted to talk about? Thank you for watching my documentary last week. I'll tell you a funny thing. The trailer took off better than the documentary. The views, the views on the trailer were double that of the documentary, but that's okay. The trailer's fun too. It's just like a minute long. And Muddy Puddles Farm, shout out to, I think her name is Joe in the UK. Muddy Puddles Farm had a live stream today. I wanted to do real quick, just give a shout out to her. Little quail pictures and some duckies and stuff like that. She has a great mod helping out. So, but I gotta let you guys go. It is 1:15. I don't want to keep holding you up. I'm gonna say goodnight to everybody. Thank you. Sorry if I didn't get to your comment. It's a really busy chat tonight, which is wonderful, and I appreciate you all. But thanks for hanging out with me. I'm looking forward already to seeing you guys next week, and I'll see you in the next video. We got a big video coming out Friday that I know you're all gonna love and get a big kick out of that. So with that, I will tell everybody have a great night. Thanks for watching. I won't be pulling a Daniel right now, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, everybody.